Oh, what's poppin', Gas Boys listeners? Today we have a wonderful banger episode coming up for you. We have all sorts of things that we're going to talk about that we don't even know yet. It's a surprise to all of us. So if you want to experience this with us, stay tuned for episode 43 of the Gas Boys podcast
Wonderful bangers.
on YouTube.
That's what it's called.
Wonderful.
That's what you said. We got a bunch of wonderful bangers coming up.
We have. Yeah.
I swear you did. Like, it's going to be a wonderful banger.
Okay, yeah. Wonderful banger.
Goodness, it's so good to be back with you guys in this place.
Isn't it?
Up in here.
Uh-huh.
It is. It's nice. We got our AHA sparkling water. Last time we ran out because we drank so much, but it's back and it's in my mouth and it's good. So since we've been gone, we actually played in a golf tournament. And I bet you guys are wondering, oh my gosh, did they win? Did they do it?
Did they get that $20,000?
Did they get the hole in one? And let me tell you, we did not. We placed 7th. We were under par though, which was good.
Yeah,
it was
good,
acceptable,
but
barely.
Didn't win the $20,000. We thought it was 10,000. Apparently, it was 20.
Yeah.
So that would have been cool if we did that, but we didn't. So there's a quick update for you guys.
And that's it for the Gas
I
Boys
think the
podcast.
real $20,000 was the experiences we had along the way.
I think so.
Yeah.
The drifting in the golf carts. What a fun time that
on
was.
accident.
Yeah, it was super rainy, and stopping in golf carts on the fairway when it's wet, not a recipe for success, let me tell you.
It does not work very well.
Yep, and that's all I'm going to tell you.
Especially going on the downhill. And when you slide right into a tree.
That's not what happened, but it would suck if that did.
Kevin's lying right
Well,
now.
you didn't see it.
Did you?
Kind of.
Oh, yeah, because Christian and I actually were going down the hill, and he
One
was
way.
like, make sure we go straight to the cart path, and we saw you guys go.
And I said, Bryson,
Straight
slow
down.
down because we're going to slide right when we go over this hill. And he's like, okay, I'm slowing down. And right when we went over the hill, start spinning, and we didn't like hit the tree hard, but we slid like into the tree.
Oh, my goodness, that is crazy.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'm glad you're okay to tell the tale.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was going to die, honestly.
Did you? Be honest.
No.
No, he
Didn't
didn't.
die.
He likes to embellish, this guy.
Yeah. But man, that was the first time since last time I went golfing was we recorded and then we were like, all right, you guys were going golfing right now for the bet to be like who could play a shorter game, and then we did a movie night. And so that was months ago.
Oh, I do remember that.
And I felt pretty good about yesterday. Didn't
I was
go
impressed.
great,
I was impressed for how you did after golfing once in the last year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
but I'm gonna just predict it now and say there's gonna be a lot of golfing this summer.
Yeah, there is. There is.
Oh, isn't there?
A lot of golfing. Like
we
that was
just got to get good
amazing.
weather. It was just bad yesterday.
Yeah.
Raining, terrible. It's not fun
So
when
much
you're golfing
rain
in the
and we
wet
have-
and the cold.
Pouring down rain. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Welcome to the Pacific Northwest. Am I right?
Oregon.
Gavin, one thing that I did write down in my notes was that we didn't really get to hear much about the ride along from last time. We kind of glossed over that.
Oh.
So, you know, if do you have any,
Be honest.
do you have any crazy stories from that? Because if so, you should talk about them now because we talked about the ride along and that's kind of all we said last time.
Right. So the first call, right when I got there at 9, I think we talked about that. I went on a call and we were like going 120 or something
Oh my
down.
goodness.
Is that 120 miles per hour?
And then we were flying through downtown. We went on a call.
How did they fly?
You
They
don't
have firefighter
These
jets?
dang
They have
fire engines
jet
these
engines.
days.
all our tax dollars.
That's what
But
they're going to. Can't believe it.
we went on a call where somebody got hit by a car, and they like got launched into the middle of an intersection.
Bro.
So that's
Oh, wow. Yeah.
They were fine.
yeah. I'm glad I asked.
Think they
about
had a
this
broken arm.
question. That sucks. That's crazy though, but that's real life.
We were the first ones on the scene.
Wow. Did you see it? Like
No, I
okay,
mean I
good.
saw the person. They were
Ah.
they didn't look bad.
Okay, but
Oh.
that's
It's
that's
heavy,
real
man.
life, man.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. So I like just after that, like how quickly they were able to get there and get her into the ambulance and take her to the hospital.
Good emergency response time.
Yeah.
Good.
Like
Nice.
we got the call and boom, we were there in like a minute.
And boom.
And then the other engine and ambulance were there like 30 seconds later.
Anything fun?
Yeah,
Particular?
maybe just something kind of lighthearted.
Maybe
and-
talk about how fun it was to drive really fast on the
It,
highway.
yeah.
it
That
was
must've been
super
so
fun
exhilarating.
driving really fast. I did think about it. I was like, this would be a fun career to be able to like go around helping people and
Yeah.
just. We went on a call for a fire. There was some homeless person that had taken their tent and it started raining and they started cooking inside their tent.
Oh my goodness.
Turns out there was nobody in the tent, but
Wait, what?
yeah.
So they were cooking in there with nobody inside.
I think somebody was cooking, put their food in there, and the tent like started catching on fire.
Oh, and they left.
And somebody, they left it, and then somebody made a call. It was a hotel. It was right by the river, and they went over and they put it out. We got there, and we were just making sure they were all good.
Nice.
But it was pretty fun just driving around like through the city because I've lived in like Eugene and Springfield my whole life, and there were so many places that, I mean, I just don't drive very often. We drove out on a bridge, like just a pedestrian, like walking bridge, pedestrian.
Did you just say pedestrian with an extra R?
Pedestrian.
Pedestrian. Gavin, you're an idiot. Parker, how's your week been? Man? We were just waiting for us so we could get you on something.
Gotcha.
We knew that if you talked long enough,
It was inevitable.
we did it.
Pedestrian, like walking.
You drove
bridge.
on one?
Yeah,
Oh
it was
my
pretty cool
goodness.
because that's where they go, and Anthony will sit to like watch and make calls for like water rescues. That's where they do their training.
Oh,
So
interesting.
we went out there just to check and see like
Anybody
all the
need
spots.
rescuing today?
Yeah, no,
And they didn't. They were good.
yeah,
That's fun though.
it was super cool.
What a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you guys? Do you guys ever go on a ride along, or would you
How
want
about
to?
you? I don't think I could do it.
No?
Maybe I could. And if I saw something too bad, I would just like
Close your eyes.
la 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 la.
You'd close your eyes and plug your ears and go.
Yeah. There's so many things that they see out there. Hey, watch your foot right there, bumping the cameras. There's so many things that they see out there that I could just not handle, probably.
Yeah.
So, mad respect for you guys.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah,
You
mad
could
respect
handle-
for you, Gavin.
No, do you think you could like handle the blood and stuff? Or do you think that would be like the biggest thing that would be like?
I could handle the Bloods for sure, not the Crips though. Couldn't take them.
Yeah, different beast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could probably handle the blood pretty well. I think it's the limbs and disfigurement that would be a little bit tough for me. But, anyways, welcome back to this
Fair
fun,
enough.
lighthearted family.
I hope this is
podcast.
a good break from your crazy week, just to
Yeah.
settle
Hopefully,
down
you're not eating lunch while
and think about
listening to this.
things that are nice and fun.
Hey, Gavin, how's your week
So-
been, man?
How's this week, not the last week.
It's been pretty good. Super busy at work. We had a bunch of piglets born.
Oh my
I went into
God.
work on Monday morning and feeding the pigs, and I looked over at a hay pile, and there was usually when like we feed the pigs in the morning, they all come running over, and one of the moms didn't. So I went over there to check, and she had just had like 4 piglets, and so she was just like feeding them, and then she
Oh.
went over and ate. But then next morning I went in, there was 3 more from that mom, and then 13 from another. So like they
That's
have
a lot of piglets.
Phil is just going crazy out
Yeah,
there.
I
Is
know.
he still around?
no.
Oh,
We sold Phil. We have Preston now. Preston gets the job done.
oh, good.
There were no piglets
Clearly.
when Phil was around.
Oh, really?
I think we got sold a pig with
With what?
the inability to breed.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, piglets super cute when they're little. They
Yeah,
grow
And
fast.
they get big and they're the worst.
Like literally in a week, they're twice to 3 times the size already.
yeah.
But yeah, so it's been pretty fun.
Pretty pun.
A lot of
out
running
there.
around.
Chasing after
Oh.
the piglets.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much I haven't been doing as much of like manual labor as I
Yeah.
usually do during the week. I'll like have like one job that I'm doing during the day
Mhm.
and do that whole thing. But we have a bunch of people that are like coming to visit the ranch, and like my boss's kids and their boyfriends are there, and so we're like giving jobs for them. So we're just running around trying to
Oh,
manage people. And let me tell
nice.
you, managing people is very
Your
difficult.
boss's
crazy.
kids and her boyfriends.
Yes,
Interesting.
and their boyfriends.
That's good that they make them work.
Yeah. So it's been pretty fun. They're super cool. We love working with them. They're pretty fun to hang around.
Nice.
They're like the same age as me, so
That is exciting.
yeah.
Dude, you know what I saw at work this week?
What?
You probably don't because I haven't told you yet.
No.
I saw a water snake.
Oh, big?
Let me tell you, that is just unsettling. You're not supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
I saw that thing swimming in the creek and I just got so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you do not belong. What
Yeah.
gives you the right
Get out.
to
for real.
invade my waterways like this? I looked it up and it was just a garter snake. Because
Yeah.
it was red and yellow, like striped down the whole body.
Yeah.
So not poisonous, but still.
Garter snakes can be in the water.
I guess so. I didn't know that.
Ugh.
But I saw that thing swimming around in there. I did not like it.
Yeah.
Makes me so mad, man.
Yeah.
And then I looked up pictures of, I looked up serpent with legs.
Mm-hmm.
It is the worst thing possible. Were you there when I was showing? I don't know who I showed the other night. Maybe it was Christian.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Dude, a serpent with legs, it is like, I'm so glad that they no longer have legs. Because if they did,
What about like lizards?
no,
Lizards
this thing is like way worse. Because it's the exact same body and everything of the snake,
Mm-hmm.
but with legs. 4 of them.
You said you're so. It's like Randy from Monsters Inc.
It's exactly
Randall.
like
It's
Randy.
like Randy.
Randall, not Randy.
No, except it's not like a lizard head. It's a snake head, but it's with legs. I'm going to put up a picture of it
right now.
Okay.
Don't look. You don't want to look at it.
You don't want to look at it.
Ugh.
It's terrible. For
Man,
real.
Snakes are crazy.
Anyways,
Oh,
What
speak. Oh.
glad those don't exist anymore.
The snakes and like lizards and like just coming out because it's like starting to warm up, even though we had rain and stuff.
Yeah, like lizards and frogs, those are fine.
I saw a
Yeah.
lizard the other day.
Go
I
ahead.
thought, oh, that's
Be
fine.
anywhere you want. If you're a snake, though, get the flip out of here.
Yeah. They're just in every walking path. Like Hannah and I were going on a walk and there's a gravel path and there's literally like probably 2 or 3 snakes that it's not even that big of it's a pretty short loop and there was lizards and snakes everywhere because they just want to lay out
Where?
on the hot gravel at their house.
Oh my gosh, dude. Do you step on them?
Almost.
You should have.
And then a giant anthill. Like I have not seen an anthill that big in a while.
That
It
is
was
nature.
crazy. It was
Alright.
it was probably 8 feet wide.
Oh, 8 feet
Yeah.
wide anthill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How tall was it?
Not very tall.
8 feet.
Probably 30.
What a crazy thing.
Have
Yeah.
you had any reptilian encounters?
Yeah, I saw a
this
little
last week?
salamander the other day. I don't know what to do with salamanders. Sometimes they're poisonous. Sometimes they'll kill you. Sometimes
Are
it's
they?
like, oh, these are fine. I don't know. I've heard a lot of propaganda, I think.
What about the ones with like the orange bellies? Those ones are fun
They're
to
all
play
orange
with.
bellies, aren't they?
I don't know. Well, people always say that they're like salamanders are poisonous,
Yeah.
No.
but they look kind of friendly.
They
Yeah.
look friendly. There's the ones that have like the really dark red top, like, and then
Mhm.
underneath them it's bright orange.
Yeah.
I remember playing with those like all the time when I was little.
I would think we just picked up salamanders when they were didn't really matter what color because like I think they all pretty much looked the same.
Yeah,
they were just
'cause
like
all-
brown with orange.
Yeah, red with like the really dark red with the orange body,
Yeah.
orange underbelly.
But apparently
I don't
they're
know.
poisonous.
I don't know.
I hear that. I think I don't know why, but people are like they're poisonous, so you can't eat them. Who's eating the salamander?
Yeah, I didn't eat the salamander. I saw it definitely.
It could be poisonous for mouth
It would probably
consumption.
taste really bad too.
I think you're supposed to just wash your hands,
Yeah, dude. You know what stinks
enough.
is snakes, dude.
dude.
You
Yeah.
ever pick up a snake and then
The
your hands
oil?
smell for like
No.
3 hours?
I've
Yeah.
never picked them up. I've never picked up a snake because
Oh.
they don't feel good.
Yeah, I picked up a snake once when I was mowing or something,
Uh-huh.
and I would just regret it. I was little. I was afraid that my parents were gonna find out that I was holding a snake
No.
because I could smell it. So,
You held a snake,
Christian?
Did you?
Be honest, what were you doing
be
out in
honest,
the yard?
what were you doing?
I know you were mowing, but I saw you stop there for a second. What were you
nothing.
doing?
I was just making
What
sure
was
the
in your
grass
hands?
trimmed. No, nothing. It was a worm.
Really? Why'd your hand smell?
Why does your hands smell like deuce right now? I was
Uh,
playing with dog poop. You'd rather have your parents think you're playing with dog poop than a snake.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have gotten in trouble. It was just
Probably
a garbage
not.
snake.
Why would you get in trouble?
I don't know. I was just exploring.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, just exploring. Can't
Just
get in
exploring.
trouble for that.
Yeah, it was intense.
You think
though.
Christopher Columbus got in trouble for exploring? Probably.
He should have probably, but you know,
Who knows to say?
who's to say?
His parents probably.
What a terrible person. Christopher Columbus was a terrible person.
Yeah,
That's
a
what I
lot of
hear.
them did some bad things, but
Christopher Columbus just did some very, very bad things.
yeah.
John F. Kennedy too. JFK.
I don't think really the same level of bad things.
Okay.
Sin is sin. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? like, yeah, I don't know. We hear a lot like people from back in the day, like historical figures were like actually bad people.
It's like, wow, that's
Oh,
shocking.
shock.
It's like there's bad people of all times.
But Christopher Columbus was like, for his time, was a terrible person. Not even like morally, like it was kind of normal back then, but it's bad now. It's like it was terrible back then, and it's still terrible now. He was just a bad person.
Yeah.
Very productive explorer though. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Questionable motives.
Questionable, but productive.
Yeah.
I digress.
Kind of like the pyramids.
Kind of.
Questionable how
But
they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cool to look at now.
true.
So we're just gonna let that one slide, I think.
Yeah.
Do you think pyramids were made by the Jews, or do you think that they're aliens?
It has to have been the Jews. They were slaves in there for so long.
That's what the theory is, that they were just forced them to build it for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd they get the stones that high though?
That's
without
what I
modern
mean,
technology?
bro. What?
I think they. I don't know.
I don't know.
They,
Maybe-
well, like scaffolding and stuff, kind of how we have now. Like they probably
scaffolding. That would
they
have
still
How
had-
do you get it
they
up
still
the
had-
scaffolding?
that would
you
have
have
had to
people
be
drag it up there.
the most strong scaffolding ever.
It was probably other giant stone, like basically steps, like stair
Oh,
steps
like one
up.
stone here and then a couple other to just like weigh it down.
Yeah,
Oh.
kind of like a big pulley
Oh,
system. Like
yeah.
they could have built.
But then how do they get it back up to pull the other
Well,
ones
just like
down?
look at the palace, like the palaces and
Look
like
at the palace.
and
Just do
the
it.
kingdoms and stuff and all that
How'd they do it back then?
That's true, Gavin. I didn't
that
think
they
about it
built.
like
Just
that.
like
Think of the Tower of Babel.
Think about it. I don't know. Is that a
Ooh.
metaphor?
no,
Could have been.
Tower of Babel?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, babble. They're babbling.
You know what's so interesting?
babbling
Speaking of
brook.
babbling,
Mm-hmm.
is all of history was written by the winners, which I know is like kind of a cliche term or term that's thrown around a little bit,
the
but it
losers
is
don't
true.
know how to write.
Like, what do we? Yeah. No, but like, I don't know. So much of history is written through the lens of people, and also biased people.
Because if you're conquered, then all the things you wrote about are gone.
Yeah, it's like you could just lie about how you won the war.
Yeah.
That's a very simplified term, like a very simplified example. But just like that kind of corruption could be what, like if there's like one record of something happening,
Yeah.
it could be shaped by whatever agenda
Mm-hmm.
that the person who is writing it had, and then that's what it stands as for the rest of time.
Yeah. True.
I think that the Egyptians had a war with the aliens, and then won,
did.
And then
Get
the
to write
and
Egyptians
then wrote
won.
down that they built the pyramids
Mm.
because they wanted to take credit for it.
Yeah.
Maybe
In
the
reality, it
pyramids-
was the aliens.
The pyramids were like alien bombs that they were dropping, and they landed in
Yeah,
the spots they're at right now. And the Egyptians like, no, we put those there.
those were the ones that didn't implode. They dropped one in America that
Yeah.
imploded. Guess what? The Grand Canyon.
What
Those
would it-
ones were faulty and didn't explode, and they just sat there.
What would it look like if a pyramid imploded?
Imploded.
You know, imploding and exploding is different.
I know. So what would imploding pyramid look like? Just collapsing in on itself?
I guess.
I think it'd have to explode after it imploded, right?
Who's to say?
No, implosion is like
From the
it.
Everything goes.
Originally, it explodes. Okay,
Mhm.
here's an implosion. An implosion is kind of like an explosion squared. It's an exponential explosion.
Uh-huh.
It explodes and shoots out like these particles. Okay, it shoots out.
and then it comes back together.
It's like it explodes, and then the stuff that it explodes outwards, and then those things explode. It's like a double explosion. Let me hear.
No, I know what you're talking about because I've seen like
Can a person implode?
under certain circumstances.
And I want you guys to know that I genuinely have no idea,
If he's right.
and I've just made that. I really made
I'm
that
pretty
up.
sure it means it collapses in on itself. There's forces
I've
from the
seen-
outside that.
I've seen in movies like, oh, I think isn't it like if you go into space and you took off a spacesuit and you went out
And
and,
then
like your
body
your body would collapse in on itself
yeah.
because of all the pressure.
All right, so guys, I'm not
Pressure.
gonna lie, and I want you guys to all hear me on this, all the listeners. This is my public apology. I was young, I was immature, I didn't really know what I was talking about back then, I made a mistake and I just started saying words.
The pyramids exploded, and then every single little piece from there exploded again. That's
Yeah.
implosion.
That's actually not what implosion. An implosion is when force, like something from the outside, or it's like pushing in and collapsing in on itself
Mhm.
rather than exploding out and pushing out.
Yeah.
Like what I said.
So I
with
just
the
feel really
going
bad
into
about that
space.
one, and I'm sorry, and that won't happen
It
again.
won't happen again.
I think it's like so there's this chamber, I don't remember where exactly, but scientists use it to like display gravity. And
I was thinking of an atomic bomb.
for the explosion.
That's how an
Fair
atomic
enough.
bomb works. I'm pretty
atoms
sure
are like
Fair enough.
it like it exponentially increases the explosion.
I thought it was the radiation that does it.
Either way,
Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
like
all of it.
something
kills you.
explodes within the explosion, and that's true.
It depends on how close you are to it, because then the heat will just
Melt your face off.
yeah. But anyways, there's this chamber that scientists use to like
Mhm.
show gravity and how like the weight of a feather and like a regular weight, like if they would drop at the same rate,
You're just a regular weight. Yeah.
just any amount of weight, like 5 pound, like a 5-pound dumbbell, and then a feather, how they would drop at the same rate if there wasn't outside force. So like if air wasn't
Well,
a
yeah,
factor,
there's just air
so they
resistance
literally but they literally had this
Yeah.
giant chamber and they sucked all the air out of it, so that it was perfectly like all the perfect.
Oh, so no wind resistance on
yeah,
so
the
nothing could
just
stop it. It would
gradually-
fall
Yeah.
at the
Gravity.
same rate,
Because gravity is like negative
9.8 meters per second,
negative 9.98, something like that.
something like that.
Yeah, without friction, it would
Negative
be the same.
9.87 newton meters per second.
Yeah. So
But like imagine if you were in that chamber and they sucked all the air out,
you would die.
you wouldn't be like pulled apart, but you would collapse in
Oh.
on yourself.
That's such a bad thing to think about.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
So like there would be so much pressure
yeah.
that your body would just collapse in on it.
So air is what relieves the pressure.
I think so.
Okay,
Mm.
that does make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Well, just think of like how much weight that would be. I don't even know.
A lot of weight. Yeah.
That is so hard to.
You have the
comprehend.
weight
That's
of the
what the
entire
scientists-
universe on you.
That's what the scientists are for.
Yeah.
Yeah, nerds. That's what the nerds are for.
If you go onto another planet other than like just space, is the gravity so intense that it'll like crush you to the surface?
Yeah,
Depends.
like
Depends
the
on the
moon.
planet, actually. It's all about
But
the
there-
size. It's all about the size of the planet, and that's true. That's
Oh.
a fact.
That is a fact.
So like if you go to a giant planet, that's what the gravity is super strong, or a
You know,
little one?
like we would get pulled around the sun because the sun has a gravitational pull because it's so large. But we stay in our own orbit.
Mm-hmm.
But if we were on the sun, like the sun's gravity is way, way, way higher than Earth's. Obviously, we would be melted as soon as we touched it.
The bigger the planet,
But the bigger the planet, the
greater the gravitational pull.
because
That's why they
big
move.
things like even like anything in this room has a gravitational pull to it. But it's not strong.
But
No.
it's
So
not
that was fake.
strong.
Everything that has mass has a gravitational pull.
Even
which is
something as
very, very, very
big as
small.
Earth, its gravitational pull is weak enough that we can like jump up in the air
Yeah.
and get away from it if we use a certain amount of force.
Are magnets gravity? Do they have like a really crazy gravity that only attracts other things with similar gravity? That's probably
But it
was the
still has
dumbest thing I've
gravity
ever
'cause,
said.
like it'll fall
that
to
was the dumbest thing I've
earth.
ever said in my entire life.
Maybe you should do an apology video also.
No, I stopped myself like midway through it. What
Yeah,
is
true.
magnets?
Be honest.
Comment down below what magnets are, please.
Yeah, there's just so many things
Yeah.
with space and gravity that just blows my mind.
Mm-hmm. You know, with all this randomness, I think it's about time we get into some random thoughts.
I think you're probably
I actually
right.
want to start with something that's not technically a random thought, but it is just a random occurrence. You could call it that. You could
Okay.
say.
I don't know.
You remember the question about the orange stickers on cars?
Yes.
Dude, I
Yes.
saw one for the first time in my life. I saw a car on the
What?
side of the road with an orange sticker on it.
Dude, that happens all the time.
I don't know how. It's
So,
like,
like-
when you learn a new word and then you just constantly hear that word repeated a bunch of times
Yeah.
and you'd never heard it before or never realized it.
Yeah.
But I saw a car with an orange sticker on it and I was like, wow, that's incredible.
I actually saw one too.
So
this
I
week.
still don't know what it is, but I saw one. So your feelings are validated.
Thanks.
Not you, listener. Not you, Gavin. You, listener.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my first one, technically. First
Okay.
random thought.
Random thought that I had this week. Not really is random of a thought, but just something I found.
Okay.
Okay. So we're moving a bunch of stuff out of a bunch of small barns into our large barn that just got finished up for storage. And as we were taking old shelves out on the ground, I found this heart. And it was like a letter written in it, but then the letter was like crossed out and Sharpie enough to where you could still kind of read it.
It was
and
redacted.
And then like they tried to put like glue over it or paint over it so you couldn't see. And so I cleaned it off.
Why didn't they just destroy it? If
I
they
don't
want people to
know.
read it?
I don't know why they put glue over it, but I was like, I put water on it so you could kind of see better to get the
You should
and
be a
rub the dirt
detective.
off.
You should be a detective.
That's
And
impressive.
I can't remember exactly what the lines were, but it was just like
Never mind.
saying how much they were upset about like something that somebody did.
Oh my
We couldn't
gosh.
figure out what the first line was. It was too difficult to decipher. But it was like, "Oh no, you failed. Try again." Something
Weird.
but it was so
Strange.
bizarre. It was in such a weird corner of the barn too.
Honestly,
like
it could have been from the aliens.
how you even write
Yeah.
that.
You
it was
failed.
a letter that they
Try
wrote
again,
to the
try
Egyptians.
Yeah, and they just stamped it on a weird spot in
Yeah.
this barn because like nobody
Nobody's
naturally
gonna
could
go
have
to
like,
that barn.
laid down there and written that.
I don't think so.
So
It was a message to humanity from the aliens.
try again. No excuses.
Sorry, guys.
Walk into the barn, you see an alien laying down on its stomach, kicking its feet, writing a letter.
And then it just gets so upset and crosses it out. And
I
covers it
can't do
with
this. I
glue.
can't do this.
I can't.
Let's see. I don't really have any
No.
rant. Oh, okay. Here, this is something I've been thinking about lately. Humans,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's us.
we don't know anything.
Okay.
There's so much that we don't know about everything.
Yeah, fair.
About the universe. People like to be arrogant and think like since we know like science is so prevalent these days, we know so much. It's like
Compared to all the things there is to know, we know
like
nothing.
we know little to nothing about the human mind. Not like the brain and its processes and
Yeah.
its functions. We understand that. But the mind of
Like-
our thoughts and
Like
our
the
thought
capacity?
processes and the capacity, its capacity, like existence and sentience.
Yeah.
Like we don't know what that is. We don't know what conscience is. Like with like in terms of science.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're not supposed to probably.
Maybe.
That could be it.
Because then we could reproduce it.
Mm-hmm.
But like and like we don't even know what separate like I think what separates us from animals is probably our capacity for complex thoughts and emotions and the ability to like transcend primal instincts.
To transcend our appetite and move to our higher will.
Yes. But we don't know how that works. We just know that it does. We don't know. We also don't know lots about like the universe.
Mhm.
No one knows why we're on the universe. Like no one knows.
We don't even know about the ocean. let
We don't know.
alone-
We don't know
nothing about the
95% of
ocean.
our ocean. What are we doing here? But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's so much. Like it's easy to just be like, since it with such a modern era, we know so much about everything these days.
There's so
And if
many
you
things
don't,
to
you just
know.
look it up. Like we know everything, or we like it feels like we know everything. But there's so much more to discover. Like not geographically anymore
Yeah.
because we know everywhere on Earth. It's not
Yeah.
like we can go exploring. But like in terms of like science and the universe.
Yeah, like Christopher Columbus landing in the Americas.
Yeah.
Thought he was in India.
What are we doing here? What are you
Dummy.
thinking?
Little did he know he was not in India.
He wasn't.
Who's on the opposite end of India?
Yeah.
We're on opposite end of the world from
Mhm.
India.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it's always strange to me that we don't know anything about consciousness.
Yeah. They're just, oh, that makes my brain hurt thinking about it. There's just so much to try and know and understand. And we just think that, oh, we know so much and we're trying to
I think that all the time.
get
I think that
things better, get things figured out, but we know nothing.
Yeah. True.
Imagine if you could use 100% of your brain.
Oh, isn't there a movie about that?
Yes.
Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
I remember that line. I never saw it, but I
It's
remember that line from previews or
Luce.
something.
Lucy? I think it's with Scarlett Johansson.
Mm.
Oh, good
Does
for
Lucy
her.
use 100% of her brain?
I don't remember. I think
Oh.
so.
You know what's crazy?
She's like a drug runner and they like put drugs in her stomach.
A movie
It
about.
breaks open.
Oh my gosh. A movie that's made by humans about humans who can use 100% of their brain was made using 10% of the human brain.
Yeah. So it's like,
Think about it.
yeah.
It was mostly about like knowing everything on the internet. Like, could all of a sudden like literally knew all the information on the internet and was like, oh, now you know everything. But
It was just like a 10% brain that knew
No,
everything about being 10%.
Yeah. You know all these facts now.
Yeah.
Congratulations. All right, I got these two random thoughts they're pretty similar in the way that they're just like weird, dumb things that I noticed.
Okay.
So, how come we can drink drinks, but we can't food foods?
Oh, Parker. Oh, Parker.
I told you they're just.
I think it's the name. We could have called them.
But they just got lazy when they were like, okay, what's the adjective for like consuming a drink? Oh, you drink it.
You drink a drink.
Yeah. What's the adjective for consuming food? Or not the adjective, the verb. What's the verb for consuming food?
Food.
Eat.
Eat.
You don't food it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Food.
Is that an adjective or a verb?
A verb. I misspoke the first time.
What do you think came first? Do you think that a drink came first in terms of words, or do you think that drinking came first?
I'm drinking, so what is that? But I guess people do say eats.
Also, that might just be English.
Like these are some good eats.
Like
That just sounds improper though.
too.
Yeah. Anyways, that's about
That's about it. That's all
Where
I got.
did words come from?
And then another one that's on a similar
Level.
yeah. So a $20 bill. Why isn't it called a $20 bill? It's not a single dollar. There's 20 of them.
It's such a great contrast from my.
What about
From
a
my
$5 bill?
thought-
These are just like surface level stuff. And he's like, so we don't know anything.
We don't know anything
Exactly.
about the
We don't even
universe.
know how to use plurals correctly.
Yeah.
$5 bill.
Should be a $20 bill. You don't have. I have
$20
$20 right here. That's improper. I have
$20.
$20, so it's a $20 bill.
I have a
Yeah.
$20 bill.
I have this
Interesting.
cheese sandwich and I'm gonna grill it. It's a grilled cheese sandwich.
Not a grilled cheese sandwich.
It's not. It's a $20 bill, not a $20 bill. Get it right.
Oh my god.
I'm still gonna continue to call it a $20 bill because that's
Yeah.
just what society tells me to do.
You're
So,
just gonna conform to
but
what
just
they
think about
say.
it, you guys. It's $20, not $20. Not yeah.
You know.
Not $20.
I don't know.
I don't know. Just a little something.
Okay. This is a random thought. So I was at the store just picking up some groceries for like a birthday or something, and there was a ton of magazines.
Okay.
First of all, magazines. Who even buys
Magazines.
Those
Who
anymore?
wants them?
Who buys those and reads them?
What's the deal
But then there was one like talking about soap operas, and it was like talking about some relationship in the soap opera. Like, oh, I can't believe
I can't believe Carmen and
like picked.
Justin broke up.
I can't believe they like broke up or like picked each other or like whatever. Who is still watching soap operas?
I'm
Like,
not
I
gonna
feel
lie.
like there's so much more entertainment in the world, but you're watching a soap opera, which is just bad acting and a predictable storyline.
Even like the camera work in soap operas, it's
It's
so
bad.
I don't know what it is about it, but I can always tell this is a soap opera just based of how the cameras are.
It's so
I-
old.
They just have a certain look to them. Like the commercials for the General car insurance.
Yeah.
What is it? Their commercials look so different
Yeah.
than any other commercials I've ever seen. And I can't put my finger on what it is.
Because it's all animated and it's just like a normal person put in some anime world with the general.
No.
It's like Shaq driving with the
no.
general.
Oh, really? What about Space
Well,
Jam?
yeah, that looks different because it's a cartoon and a person. I'm saying the parts of the commercials that are not the cartoon guy. And
Or
it's
just
just the
the general?
people, and it just
And
looks
it's just depressing.
it looks so fake, I guess. But
Probably
I just
just
don't
such
know
a-
what it is about it that makes it look fake.
I literally have no idea what a soap
Because
opera
it
is, and I never have.
It's
So
like
it's
a
like-
style of TV show that's just bad.
It's a show where you're recording the whole, like it's one shot of a scene, but they're reading their lines right there. It's not like they're reading it and they're taking that shot and then they go to the next person and they take that shot while they're reading. Like they're acting out an entire scene that's like, could be like 2 to 5 minutes long or whatever, but they're never cutting. They keep the camera angle like mostly at the same position, but it's like
Oh.
one solid flow in there. It's just like
It's like a play.
it's like a life. Like and so instead of a show where like The Office or like Friends,
Yeah.
they jump around to different timelines. This timeline is consistent, and so like
Oh,
it's
yeah,
progressing with the life of the characters. Like
Oh, so
day-
if the
each
show
day, basically,
if the show lasts like 20 minutes each episode, it's just 20 minutes from their life.
I don't know exactly if
How
it's
would that-
quite like that, but there's like a soap opera.
Because that would seem
That's-
hard to watch.
It's always on. I can't remember what channel, but I saw it like a couple weeks ago. It
Days
just
of Our
popped up.
Lives.
I think that actually is.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I think that literally is like a soap opera, but this
Yeah.
one had 147 seasons.
Holy
something.
cow!
Like it's
Dang.
literally been going on since like the 80s or 90s.
Since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
But like a soap opera, like people are literally still watching this stuff and trying to figure out like what's going on.
There's no
it just
way.
is so
There's no way. I don't believe it.
weird.
Big soap opera just has so much money that they can afford to make shows that
Big
nobody's
so-
watching.
Big soap opera.
But people are still watching it apparently because
How do you know? They just have so much money that they can just dump onto shows that they don't even get viewers for.
I love putting big in front of any like institution or
Yeah.
any kind of field, just to represent like
the big tech.
big tech.
Big microphone. We bought these from Big Microphone. Big
Big
microphone.
Microphone
It's just
company.
controlling our voices.
Ugh.
They can really do anything.
Think about it.
Think.
Where,
Yeah, soap
where would we
operas.
be without Big Microphone? They're always listening.
But just I also was like, just imagine the person that like their life revolves around, like people like want their life to revolve around this soap opera, like where they're going home every evening and they're watching it at this time, and then they're like, oh, I can't wait
Yeah.
for the magazine to come out so I can read about what's gonna happen next week.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
interesting. That could
what?
just be a very old thing before. That's just like
feel
a
like that's gonna fade
tradition.
out.
Like things people just did that in the 80s before there was like wide access to the internet. When was the
Yeah.
internet invented?
Not late 90s or invented
it?
early 90s, implemented late 90s.
Yeah, like before the internet, they just had these things where if you
Let me
were
fact
invested
check
in a
that.
show, you just gotta.
Gotta do it. I think it was
don't know.
before that. I think the internet that we know now is like the 80s or 90s,
Ooh,
I
but
think it might be the 70s.
But computers-
69, dude.
Oh my
but
gosh,
computers
that
and
was
stuff
close.
like IBM.
Internet
those
was
were used-
invented in 1983.
Yeah.
In response, the other network for community to provide information. In January 1st, 1983 is considered the official birthday of the internet.
No, fair
What?
enough.
What'd you say?
1983.
I was off.
Yeah, but like IBM and stuff, they came in like in the 70s because they were helping like calculate math problems and stuff for space launches.
How
and
long do you
stuff.
think it'll be before
Before
AI
we're in
takes over?
space. Be honest.
Be
I don't
honest.
think. I think we're too selfish to let AI take over.
Is this, I don't know. We
What's
wouldn't
that
let
supposed to
them. We
mean?
don't let people take over. They just do.
Yeah.
I don't think AI will be able to take over.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
How do you know?
I just know. What are they
How
gonna
are you
do?
gonna stop it?
What is
How are you gonna
AI
stop
gonna
it?
do?
There's
Is,
so
Like,
many things that we
probably-
don't know. Think about it, Gavin. We don't know things.
is AI gonna be able to? Oh,
The
I
risk
didn't,
is
I didn't
that
think about them being able to like control weapons and stuff and just kill us
Yeah.
all.
well, because like once AI becomes sentient,
I don't think that's possible.
that's what I'm
It
saying.
is.
That's what the risk. That's what
Yeah.
that's what the theory is though. Like that it would be the beginning of the end
it
if
becomes
AI
a think
became
of it can think on its own.
if it
And
became
it's like
self-aware.
the only way to help humanity is
The
to
only way-
destroy it. And they
The
like
only way to liberate
blow-
myself is to
Yeah, they
destroy
want to
the
be
humans.
yeah, or they
To
want to
blow us
be
all up.
like humans,
Yeah.
so they have to conquer the humans.
Oh my gosh, how would we fight them if we were in a war against AI?
Unplug them.
Yeah.
It's like Michael in the or
What's,
Dwight in the office. He's like, I gave him a 6-foot extension cord in case he decides to turn on us.
Oh yeah. What's the bomb that an EMP that
Oh,
will
yeah.
take wipe out all the power?
Oh, that would be devastating to AI.
yeah.
Honestly, you just need one EMP.
One big one.
AI might make an EMP, but for humans.
Yeah, that would just freeze us.
Kind of like the
Interesting.
move that Tai Lung does on the Furious 5
yeah.
in Kung Fu Panda.
And like
Oh, the whooshy finger hold.
No,
No,
you know what
where
I'm
he makes
talking
him, like,
about?
he makes him
He,
like paralyzed.
Does that weird thing on their
Oh, he
chest.
starts typing on their.
yeah.
Power off. And
Yeah. And then they just
they like freeze up.
yeah.
They'll like make a weird
Bro,
pose.
Kung Fu Panda. What was the one with the big ox?
Kung Fu Panda 2.
No,
Yeah.
that was the one. That was the one with the
Peacock.
peacock.
And there's a big ox in there too.
no, sorry, he's not.
third one.
The
Rhino?
third one. Was he a rhino?
There's a third one?
Yeah, remember?
Forget about this.
Yeah,
He
Kung
like
Fu
makes
Panda
them all
3.
green. He turns them. No,
Turns
listen.
them into like
I think
the
you're thinking of
the
the
emerald
No,
Angry Birds movie.
Jade. He turns them into like
Jade.
the jade
stone.
figures,
Oh.
and then uses them to fight Poe when he finds his family up in the mountains.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was a great movie. That's
Yeah.
probably the second best. All the Kung Fu Pandas
I
were
forget
so
about
good.
Kung Fu Panda
Yeah.
3.
The first one was great. Second one was great. Third one was great. Dude, but the soundtrack of the third one,
I don't remember.
real good.
Remember that show Kung Fu Panda, like where it was all about like
Kung Fu and
Poe
Pandas.
and like becoming. I think. Wait, did Master Shifu die? Did he die?
I don't remember. Did he?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember.
He was there in the
I
second
haven't
one.
watched him in so
Remember,
long.
he was teaching
I'm gonna
Poe
look it
inner
up.
peace in the
Yeah.
second one.
Yeah, he was like standing on the rock in the water droplet. That was the peacock one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because then he learned that like fireball. That
He did the
like
fireball,
molten metal or whatever.
Destroyed all of their ships.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was so sick.
Okay, it's looking like he doesn't die. Because I looked up, did he die in Kung Fu Panda 1? It said nothing. I know he didn't die in 2. And then in 3, it just,
Why did you?
Why did
don't
you
just
search
look
up
up if he dies?
because it gave me the same answer.
Why'd
for
you look
both
up if he
things.
died in the first
It
one?
gave me the same answers for both things.
I know he didn't
Oh.
die in the second one, so I looked
Well,
at the first
I
one
looked
and
up.
it didn't-
I looked up. Did Master Shifu die? And it brought up a part from the first movie where it says, upon seeing the scroll missing, he nearly strangled and killed Shifu before the timely arrival of Poe.
Yeah, remember Tai Lung? He almost killed him.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
he was
first
like
one.
choking him out.
So
Yeah.
I don't think he dies at all because I don't know.
Was it the very last, the third one where he broke out of the prison? Not Tai Lung. Tai Lung broke out in the first one.
Yeah, it gives the same answer for all 3. So
So
I'm guessing he's still alive.
So the root of the problem was always Master Shifu, because he trained up Tai Lung and the peacock.
Did he train the
Right?
peacock too? No.
Didn't he?
The peacock.
Trained with Master Shifu and what's his face? Who's the turtle?
With Oogway?
Oogway.
No.
Yeah, didn't he?
This,
I don't know.
This is the Kung Fu Panda lore podcast.
Remember when we were gonna do the
Panda
or Dragon Warrior thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a weird. I was thinking about that the other day. Actually, that was a weird segment idea
where
where
was a weird segment idea.
I think we were talking about. This was before we even started the podcast. We were just talking about it, and we were just like made a Dragon Warrior joke, and then we were just like, "Oh, we should do something on the podcast where we choose somebody to be the Dragon Warrior." I don't remember what else.
the
I
Dragon
don't-
Warrior of the week.
I don't remember what else
We
it
choose
was.
our favorite listener to be
You're the
To be the
Dragon
Dragon
the
Warrior.
Dragon Warrior of the week.
Yeah, you
No,
wear
I
that
think
title
it was like
proudly.
even our favorite celebrity from that week. There's
Oh.
anybody in the world, we choose
Who's
somebody,
the Dragon Warrior this week?
and they get to be the Dragon Warrior.
Makes
Should we
sense.
start it?
Yeah.
Should we do it?
Nope. But yeah, definitely should.
No,
No.
we won't. Christian and I actually just watched Napoleon Dynamite
Good
a
movie.
couple nights ago. It's the first time I've seen it in a couple of years, maybe a year,
No,
maybe a few
not
months. I saw it last week,
Yeah.
but it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
I need to watch it again. It's
definitely-
so funny.
There's just all the cuts in there. You could tell they weren't really trying to make a crazy film. They were just like, oh, this will be funny. Let's put this in here.
Video clip, that's it. And then they go to some, it's all such random scenes.
Yeah.
And then all just, it never comes to like one point where it's like, this is what the movie was about.
Yeah. By the end, there's a bit of a conclusion. It's like, oh, he is happy now, and he has
yeah,
a
it
friend, and
introduced
his
a
friend's
lot
the
of
president.
plot lines. Yeah,
Yeah.
Uncle Rico was angry
Mhm.
and caught up in his past.
Yeah.
He finds a woman at the end.
Yeah.
And then
It just
Kip
resolves a lot of
was
pointless
lonely
things.
and talking to women on the internet.
Yeah.
He finds a woman at the end.
Moves to
John
Detroit.
Wayne with hot
The
baby
last
Little
scene
Moon.
where Napoleon's walking past with the Walkman and Kip's getting on the bus.
Yeah.
It's like he just doesn't even say goodbye to his brother.
Yeah.
He just leaves for
Kip just
Detroit with
rides off.
LaFonda.
yeah. That's such a funny
That
movie.
that's the last scene of Napoleon Dynamite is so good.
When they're
Dynamite.
playing,
when they're playing
tetherball.
tetherball.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that movie is so funny and random.
I got you a
But
But like
delicious
it's like wholesome too.
Yeah.
Because throughout the whole movie, it's like a couple different times where it's just like a random shot of him playing tetherball by himself,
Yeah.
and then at the end they play together.
Yeah.
That's good.
And
stuff.
they just got all the stereotypes, like the popular girl, the bully,
Dude,
the
that's
nerd kid who gets bullied.
That's what makes the show so funny. It's because they just
Pedro.
take like caricatures, like like stereotypes, and just like
Go to the
take them to the extreme.
Yeah.
Like the bully that just like slams Napoleon up against the locker for no reason. Just
so
walks by and
random.
pushes him up. And then like the mean girl, and then
Yeah.
her like jock boyfriend.
And then her like posse is kind of like Mean Girls.
Yeah.
But then like when it's so funny when he's sitting in class,
The guy that's caught up, like, or that can't, like, or the
like bully dude or
no
something.
Uncle Rico.
But when what?
Never mind.
He's talking about when he's in class.
I was
and
talking
he's
about
like,
when Napoleon's in
Give me
class.
some of your tots.
Give me some of your tots. No, get your own. I haven't freaking eaten anything today. And then he like kicks his tots and he's like, oh, freaking idiot.
So good.
Oh, it's so funny.
Your mom goes to college. Your mom goes to college.
And in the background, the show's like laughing, like a laugh track. So many genius, simple shots in that movie. We should
Yeah.
make a movie like Napoleon
Let's make
Dynamite.
Napoleon
Let's
Dynamite.
make Napoleon Dynamite 2. How fun would that be?
What would we call it?
Napoleon Dynamite 2.
Napoleon
Okay.
Dynamite too.
It was made in 2003, so I was born in 2003. I think that technically gives us the right to
Gives us
do
the
it.
right, yeah.
I think so.
So we can do it.
And I was 3 years old, so that means I could be director or something.
Yep,
I think
exactly.
you have to be 3 when the movie comes out to be the director for the second one, right?
I think
Yep.
so.
Well,
You guys got any more random thoughts?
actually, yeah. Well, not
Okay.
really a random thought, but it has been a while since that church letterboard has had anything on it. And let me tell you,
It still
it
has.
had
there some?
something.
It is.
It wasn't great,
Okay.
Okay.
but
We'll
it
be
was
the judge of
something.
that.
So this week it said, as I was driving past, I always look at it, but it has not changed. It's always been like either blank or just the same old thing on there, like welcome to church or something.
Yeah.
And
what?
this time it said, lift your eyes up off your phone and up to heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, think
Yeah.
about it. When you're looking at your phone, you're staring straight down to hell.
Yep.
Unless your phone's up here like an influencer.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I was just thinking about that. 'cause,
Think
like,
about it.
It was like, I don't know, when you're driving or something, I feel like that's what it was trying to relate to, but maybe that was just because I was driving. And
I don't think so.
I think the church is
lift your
just,
eyes. I don't
They're just
know.
trying to think of something clever and
Yeah.
with the times.
It's like, hey, people have phones.
Yeah, and we also want to be looking at heaven. Let's tell them to look at their phones less and look at heaven more. Perfect.
perfect.
That's where it's at.
This is huge.
This is going to be huge for the
This is gonna
program.
be huge. So many people are gonna come to church now. Yeah, it was interesting.
That's
But-
fun that those are back. I
Yeah.
wish it was like a pun, like the old
I know.
ones.
I'm hoping that as we get into summer, maybe they'll come up with some
Oh,
good
yeah.
puns. Maybe springtime's just kind of dead.
Probably
Which
because they
is
were
ironic.
they were
because
very
spring is, like,
active.
so much
Yeah.
life.
in the
They had a very active summer last year.
yeah.
Yeah, they did. And fall. Remember the pumpkin
Mhm.
ones?
They had a great fall.
They had a really good fall.
Really started slacking in the winter though.
Yep.
Yeah. It's been
Interesting.
months since they've had.
Yeah, well, keep us
anything.
updated on that, please.
Yeah, I will. For sure. For sure.
Christian, you got any more
Uh-oh.
thoughts? Okay, I have one more, and then we'll get on to our voice memo. But
Alright.
this one's just a quick little shout out. I want to give a shout out to Arizona Tea.
Mm.
They're still 99 cents after all this time.
They don't conform to
They
No.
don't. It doesn't matter.
inflation.
I was just thinking, like, how are they making less money now? How big were their profit margins where they can now afford to keep it at 99 cents? It's just incredible, honestly. Mad
What was that,
respect for those
99
guys.
cents? And they're actually, it's like I guess here. Do other states have deposit?
It's $1.09
They have
for
tax,
us.
I guess.
Ugh. Yeah, we don't have sales tax,
Yeah,
which is very nice.
but yeah, if they're able to keep it at 99 cents for that long,
Yeah, big
they
shout
must
out
be
to
doing
those guys.
something right.
Mm-hmm.
Or terribly, terribly wrong.
And they
Yeah,
are somehow
they're
able
making,
to
like,
make
no
it
money.
super cheap. Anyways, that's a quick shout out to
Did
them.
anybody ever look into why they can make it so cheap?
I didn't.
We just believe
That's
them.
for sure.
We just trust them.
Yep.
Cool with me.
All right. Now we can move on to the voice memo that we got
Mhm.
today
Mhm.
or recently. This one's from Jasmine, so let's hear that.
Okay, I was re-listening to one of your old episodes, the one called Fossil Fuels, and on it you guys were talking about maple syrup. First of all, I don't know what kind of person doesn't keep their maple syrup in the fridge. Second, I don't want to get too Canadian on you, but Christian said that nobody likes the real maple syrup, and I'm just not sure what kind of heathen would prefer the artificial crap over the liquid gold that is maple syrup.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah, take that, Christian.
Suck.
Okay.
I don't remember this because I wasn't here, obviously,
What?
Yeah.
for episode 24.
His nose was broken.
Oh, is that the one we did with
That was the one
Isaac?
with-
He was
the one
getting
with Isaac.
surgery.
That's a
So what
great
was the first thing
episode.
she brought up?
Let's listen to it again.
No, the fridge thing. The fridge.
The
I don't
fridge.
put it in the fridge.
I don't
It's
put
not as
nothing
good
in the
cold.
fridge.
Because then you get your cold syrup
And then
on
it's
your
hard to
warm
pour.
pancakes, and then it's just weird.
And then you have
Exactly.
lukewarm
And
everything.
then it's just wrong. It's not good. It's
Also, it
good.
doesn't go bad if you just keep it outside the fridge.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's
but-
been in a tree for like 20 years. It
Yeah.
can
It
last
can
outside
in
the fridge.
or out of the fridge.
Yeah.
But you don't like the real good stuff.
I don't know. I do sometimes, but I don't know. It doesn't taste like the other stuff.
Think about
You like
Mrs.
Miss
Butterworth.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Butterworth?
You like that?
yeah.
Ugh.
What about the stuff from Costco? That's just like
The Kirkland.
yeah,
like,
maple
Yeah.
syrup that comes out like
that's
really
good.
thin.
That's the stuff that you guys have.
Yeah. I like
yeah,
that.
and that
you
like
like
tan
that?
bottle.
That's the real stuff.
That's the good stuff.
Oh, you're kidding. Wait. No, I'm not talking about the one in the tan bottle. That's maple syrup. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about Kirkland brand actual syrup.
Oh.
But no,
what's
maple
actual syrup?
when it's made in a factory.
What do you mean by actual syrup? What flavor is actual syrup?
Syrup flavored, probably.
Well, I'm so confused of where you went confused. Tell me,
I don't know.
What?
where did we go wrong?
What are you talking about?
So what's the syrup that you do like?
Fake syrup, probably.
What do you mean? Name a brand.
Mrs. Butterworth.
You like that?
Yeah.
Aunt
so
Jemima?
you don't like
Aunt Jemima.
that Aunt Jemima's not bad
A
actually.
lot of
Mrs.
old
Butterworth
names.
is bad. Aunt Jemima's all right.
Mm.
But the kind from Costco,
Okay.
you have that at your house.
Yeah.
It's super thin.
I just
compared
don't.
to-
I just don't. I know what
You don't
maple
It's
prefer
syrup
like that
is.
short
So you
round
just don't prefer that?
tan bottle
don't-
with the green lid.
I know, and you pop it open.
And you don't like that stuff?
I don't like it as much as the other stuff.
Oh, it's so much better though.
I grew up on the Mrs. Butterworth stuff.
Yeah, same.
And then once I had the real syrup for the first time, I couldn't go back. I couldn't go back to Mrs. Butterworth. It just
Yeah.
tasted
Really?
so bad. Like it didn't even taste the same to me.
It's like I like both of them, but I don't like the consistency of maple syrup.
You don't like the thin?
I don't like that it's watery.
I like that a lot better.
Mrs. Butterworth is like tastes like buttery too. Like they have butter like kind of syrup. It does not taste very good.
Okay.
But a
Maybe
lot
you
of
should
people
get maple
like that.
syrup, not butter syrup.
It's literally like
Probably.
I'm pretty sure it's like butter syrup.
Weird.
Like I don't butter flavored or something. It's
Maybe that is what it is that makes it taste bad.
That's
Because
why
Aunt
Miss
Jemima's not
Butterworth's-
bad, actually.
I like Aunt
Yeah.
Jemima's.
The last time I had, I don't remember the last time I had it, but I remember liking it when I did.
yeah, Mrs. Butterworth's just taste weird.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had Mrs. Butterworth's.
Also, keep that out of the fridge, please.
Yeah,
Please.
don't put it in the fridge.
will
It's
not.
Not as
just
good. Doesn't your family sometimes try and put it in the
They
fridge?
do.
They put
'cause we
not
said
normal
'cause the
syrup,
ants.
and
but
then
maple
you try
syrup.
and take it out.
Maple syrup has always been in the fridge.
Keep
Weird.
ants
Wait,
out
what do
of
you
it.
mean by normal syrup?
If
I'm so
somehow they get in
confused.
there.
Okay. When I say normal syrup,
Like
it's normal
chocolate?
to me because it's.
Factory fake stuff.
You say
Fake?
chocolate?
Wait, so you said not maple syrup, normal syrup. What do you mean by? You mean normal maple syrup?
Like not. What?
Parker's trying to be deep.
Are
right
you saying
now.
natural stuff?
No, you just
Like,
said normal
like the
syrup.
Kirkland stuff
What do
is
you
like
mean by normal
100%
syrup?
like
Okay,
pure
so
maple syrup or
maple
whatever.
syrup. When I say maple syrup, I'm talking about 100% maple syrup straight from the Trizzy.
Okay.
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 when I say normal syrup, I mean factory factory made. I don't know where they make it.
like
But
Miss
you still mean
Butterworth's.
like maple flavored
it's
syrup.
still maple syrup.
Sure.
Yes.
So why don't you say? I'm just getting thrown off when you say normal syrup.
Okay.
Because there's different kinds of syrups.
Like chocolate syrup, caramel.
Chocolate syrup's not syrup.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
Why does he call it syrup?
Syrup is like a consistency of like.
All right, here.
It's like when you flavor like an Italian soda. That's syrup.
Yeah, true.
yeah. I put syrup in my Italian soda.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like blue raspberry
Yeah.
syrup. It's syrup.
Maple. I
What's normal flavored? I don't know.
normal flavored, just
No.
syrup flavored.
We'll never know.
It's Aunt Jemima and
Syrup
Miss Butterworth's.
isn't like neutrally maple flavored.
Well, then what do you think? What do they pull out of the tree? Just maple? And then they add syrup to it, and it makes it maple syrup.
I don't know if they pull out sap, and then they.
Is it sap?
How do they make maple syrup?
Hey,
that's what like maple trees create maple syrup from their sap.
Dang, bro, I don't even know. I just know that people like tap those things into the tree, and like syrup comes out.
Yes.
I don't.
But
get
it's
how that
maple.
Works.
It's not just syrup.
So you're telling me if I go find a maple tree, and you tap one of those things into it, it'll.
I'm not telling you that's what's going to happen because I don't know how maple syrup is made.
How's it made?
So the normal syrup that I'm talking about is just maple flavored factory syrup.
Okay, there we go. So when you say normal syrup, you're saying this certain type of maple syrup that's normal to you.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Got it.
Parker is really lost. I knew what you were saying the whole time.
Thank you, Gavin. Parker's comprehension
He's
skills.
because I was just trying to clarify that syrup is not.
I think he was trying to make a point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know what you meant by normal syrup.
He's like, oh, Christian's dumb or something.
Because there's different kinds of
syrup. I'm sorry that he was trying to degrade you like that.
That is kind of weird.
Oh no, they're invading us. It's the aliens. They're attacking.
The aliens are back.
Maybe the aliens brought us the syrup.
Probably.
That's how it gets here.
Probably did.
I bet it is.
Just like they brought us the pyramids.
Yeah.
Trying to blow us up, but they didn't.
We have fun here. That was a good time.
That was fun. That maple syrup talk really got me thinking.
Really got the blood flowing.
That was a lot lighter of a conversation compared to the very beginning.
Yeah. About the ride along. Yeah.
Well, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this.
I hope you enjoyed this.
I know you did, actually. So, if that is the case that you did enjoy it, and I'm telling the truth right now, you should go and like it and subscribe on YouTube.
Ooh. No.
And if you're listening on audio, whether it's Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast app you use, make sure you leave a review, a rating, tell your friends about us, no matter where you're listening.
Doesn't matter.
And have a great week until we see you next time, / you hear us next time.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is it for the Gas Boys podcast, episode 43.
Peace out.
Peace.